Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of Laravel eCommerce POS system. Now this particular POS extension of Bagisto facilitates the store owner to properly manage their online store as well as the multiple physical stores at the same time. The assigned store agents or the physical outlet will get a POS front-end management system through which they can easily manage the daily sales along with the customers in an easy way. Bagisto POS extension will work in both online as well as in the offline mode with the feature to synchronize all the daily sales and customer data of the offline store with the online store whenever going online. The POS system supports simple, configurable, downloadable, virtual, bundled, grouped, booking and custom products. So in today's video tutorial, we'll be checking out the backend configuration settings of this particular plugin, that's the Laravel eCommerce POS system plugin, and we'll be seeing how the admin would be able to set up the POS stores agents, how he can add barcodes to the products, how he can check the POS orders, how he can check the requested products by POS agents, how he can add the bank details, check the reports and set up the custom receipts for the POS stores as well. But before I proceed further with this particular video tutorial, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. So let's hop on to the admin backend panel and let's log into the admin backend panel by entering the email password and tapping on the sign in button for the Bagisto. Now the very first thing that we'll be checking out is the initial configuration settings for this particular plugin. So for that, what we need to do is we need to navigate to configure. Under configure, we'll go to point of sale. So here we'll find 4 different configuration settings. One is the general, barcode, POS product and the bill receipt. Under the general, we'll be able to set the POS system as active or inactive, and we'll be able to set up the heading on login page, the subheading on the login page for the POS terminal, the footer content, the footer note, the footer link text and the footer link along with the POS logo that is visible on the POS terminal. So if I log out of the POS terminal here you can see that we have the heading, subheading, the logo, the footer content, the footer note and the footer link text with the hyperlink there. So this can be customized from this particular section. So for example, let me make the heading on the login as POS login terminal, subheading text, footer content text, footer note text, footer link text link, footer link, and this is the image there. Now let's save this particular configuration here for the general settings that we have done for the heading on the login screen of the POS terminal. Now if I refresh this out, you can see now it's saying POS login terminal, subheading text, footer content text, footer note text, footer link text, text link. So whatever you have set up here would be visible here on this particular screen. So as I've told you in the previous video, this is customizable by the admin from the backend panel configuration settings. Under the point of sale, we have the general settings. So under the general settings, now let me log into the POS terminal there, and let's come back. Now then we have the barcode section. Here you can set up the barcode size. So here you can set up the width of the barcode in pixels as per the requirement there. Then we have the product name with barcode. So here you have the option to print the product name along with the barcode. So the barcode along with the product name can also be printed out as per the requirement there. So we can set it as yes or no. So for the time being, let's set it as yes. Then we have the barcode image type, whether you want to have the barcode image type as horizontal or vertical, you can choose that up as per your own requirement there. Then we have generate barcodes with. So how do you want to generate the barcodes? Do you want to generate the barcodes with the product ID or the SKU? So accordingly you can select the one. Then we have the barcode prefix. So you can leave this particular section as blank if you don't want to add any prefix. Otherwise, if you want to add a prefix to the barcode there, then you can enter the prefix here for the barcode itself. Then we have the point of sale search option, search by. So for example, if I come here right now in the top here header, you can see that we have the search option that says search products through barcode, right? So we can search the products and add them directly into the cart there using the barcode scanner. So because we have set it as barcode, now if I set it as product name and SKU, I'll show you that. And then we have the last option as hide barcode icon. So if you want to hide this barcode icon that you can see here on the right hand corner, then you can choose it as active, and that barcode icon would be hidden. So for now, let's save it as product name and SKU. Initially it was search products through barcode. Now if I refresh this page, you can see search products by name and SKU, and the product barcode icon is still there, that can be used. So you can hide that up as well as per your own requirement there. Then we have the POS products. So under the POS products, you can allow the SKU for custom products as well. You can set it as active or inactive as per your own requirement there. Under the POS products, whatever custom products that you add, if you want to allow the SKU for the custom products there within the POS terminal, then you can set it as active. Then we have the bill receipt. So here you can set up the setup to show the logo on the bill receipt. So you can set it as active or inactive. You can set up the bill receipt logo that would be displayed on the bill receipt. You can also use the custom address on the bill receipt if you want. You can make it as active, and then you can enter the store name, store address, email, website, phone number, your GST PIN, and show order barcode on bill receipt option is also there. So you can show the order barcode on the bill receipt as well as per the requirement there. And if you want to set up some kind of a footer, what we say as the custom note on the bill receipt, that can be also entered here. And you can also enable order print confirmation option, and what that will do is that will bring up a pop-up for order print confirmation after you have placed the order there, right? And after that you have to tap here on the save button to save the initial configuration settings for the general, barcode, product, POS product, and the bill receipt. All right. Now coming to the other section, that's the side panel here. After the successful installation of this particular plugin, that's the Laravel eCommerce POS system, you'll be able to see one POS option in the side panel. So if I tap on that, that will bring up agents, barcode products, orders, requested products, bank details, reports, and receipts. All right. Now under the agents, you'll be able to add multiple agents, and multiple agents can be assigned to a single POS outlet or multiple POS outlets as well as per your own requirement there. Apart from that, you can create multiple stores under the stores section here. So here we have already added one store, so you can add multiple store. So the inventory source for one, it's the inventory source that you've assigned to a particular POS outlet cannot be used in another POS outlets. So for that, what you need to do is you need to navigate to settings, and here you have to go to the inventory sources. So here you can see that we have created the default one for the POS store that we had created. So from here you can add multiple inventory sources, and accordingly you can assign those inventory sources to the particular POS outlets that you're going to create. So to add under the agents, to add an agent, what you need to do is you need to tap here on the add user button, and here you have to enter the username. For example, Peter Doe, Peter, and the first name would be Matthew, last name would be Doe. So the username for the POS terminal login would be Peter, and here we have to enter the email address, On this email address, the POS agent will receive the particular username and the password that would be used for logging into the POS terminal there. Here you can also use the avatar for the POS terminal there, and you can add that up from this particular section. You can set up the password for the POS terminal for this particular agent that you're going to create. So here while we're adding a user, we have general, use avatar, password, status and store option. Under the general, we'll be providing the username, first name, last name, email. Under the avatar, we'll be adding the avatar. Under the password, we'll set the password for the user. Under the status and store, we'll be selecting the store to which we want to assign this particular user to, and set the status as active, and tap on the save user to save the particular user. So after the user has been saved, you can see the username, email, store to which he has been assigned, the status, the creation date. From here you can edit or delete the user as per your own requirement. To delete a user, you can tap on the delete button and tap OK thereafter. If you want to check the POS frontend from the backend, you can tap here on the POS frontend, and that would basically bring up the login screen. Right now we are already logged into a POS terminal agent. That's why it's showing the agent's POS terminal. Otherwise, it would have, if you were not logged in, it would have then showed us the POS terminal login screen itself when we had tapped on the POS front. Then after agents, we have the stores. Under the stores, we can add multiple stores as per our requirement by tapping on the add store button. For now, let me edit the store. So after you've created a store, then you can assign the stores with the products by tapping on the assign button that you can see here. And we also have the delete option to delete the stores. So for now, let me edit the store and show you how we can set up a store. So to set up a store, we have general, store address, inventory source and receipt section. Under the general, we have to give the store name and set its status as active. Under the store address, we'll give the address of the store. Under the inventory source, from the drop down, we'll select the inventory source that we have created from the settings and inventory source. Whichever sources we have created, we can select. We'll find those sources here under this drop down. From here, we can select that particular source for our POS store that we are going to create. Then after that, we have the receipts, and here we can select the custom receipts that we have set up from the drop down. These receipts can be created under the receipt section here that you can see. Here we are right now on the agent section. Here we have the receipts, so whatever receipts that we have created here would be visible under this drop down itself. And then you need to tap on the save store button to save the store itself. So that's how we can create the stores, and how we can create the agents and assign the agents to a particular store that we have created. Then we have Barcode Products. So from here you can basically okay, I just forgot one more thing there. If I go to the stores there and tap here on the assign button, after we have created a store, then we have to assign the products. From here we can enable or disable the particular products for the store there as per our requirement. Now coming back, then we have the Barcode Products. Under the Barcode Products, here we'll be able to generate the barcodes and print the barcodes for the products there. To generate a barcode, just tap here on the generate barcode button, and you can see that the barcode has been generated. Now if you tap on the print barcode, here is the product name as well as the barcode. This barcode can be set as vertical or horizontal, and you can also show or hide the product name along with the barcode there on the print barcode section itself. Now let's go back. Then under the orders, you'll find a complete list of orders that have been placed for the POS terminals, from the POS terminals there, from the different POS stores. All of those would be listed here, along with the order ID, order reference ID, customer name, order date, grand total, order status, and from here you can view the particular details of the orders as well by tapping on the view link itself. Then we have the requested products. Now right now you can see that there are none requested products under this particular section. So the POS terminal agents can request a product with low stock. So if I go to the product section here I have hydroponics in the low stock. I can request a particular quantity from the admin, provide the quantity, and I can tap here on the add to list and tap here on the right hand side on the send request button. So after the send request, I can check the request here as a POS terminal agent. Its status is pending. Now if I refresh this page here for the POS product request, you can see the request has been received here by the admin. The admin can view the request and can set this status as pending or complete as per the requirement there. Then we have the bank details. Now here you can add different multiple banks. So for example, if I add a bank here, for example, I'll add ICICI. Bank address would be 32 Street Lane. Email. I can now here we have two options under the general and the POS agent and bank status. Under the general, we give the bank name, bank address, email, phone number, and under the POS agent, we select the POS agent. And the bank status has to be set as active, and then we have to tap here on the save bank details, and the bank details will be saved. Now these bank details are visible here at the POS terminal. For example, if I'm adding a particular product into the cart there, and I'm tapping here on the customer, I'll select the customer, I'll go for payment. Here you can see we have the debit and credit payment. So if I go to that, from here you can see that we have the select bank option, and I can choose HDFC, Axis or ICICI that I've created. I can enter the 4-digit last PIN of the customer of the card, basically the card number or the last 4 digits of the card number there, and then we can confirm the payment. So this is how we can create the bank details here, and those bank details are then visible here under this particular section at the checkout time on the POS terminal itself. Then under the reports, we'll find the complete detailed sales reports here. As you can see here, we can see the sale type from the POS terminal and from the website itself, the store from which or the POS store from which the orders have been placed, the payment types that were used for the POS terminal, like online, card payment, cash payment. We can see the bank name that was selected, like HDFC, Axis or ICICI that we created, and from here we can view the particular transactions as well if I want by tapping on the view link, and this will take us to the particular order there, and there we can view the particular details as per POS card payment. Here you can see that the POS payment mode was card payment, and the rest of the details as well. Let's go back. So we have to again go to POS reports. So I tapped here on the view button to view the particular details of the report. We can also filter out according to the outlet, sale type as POS or website, the bank as for example, I'll go with all banks, and I'll tap here on the filter button thereafter. So you can see that all of the payments that were made with the banks there have been shown here itself. So according to that, you can filter out the sales reports. You can also filter out the sales reports by entering the product name here and selecting the date and time as per your own requirement there. You can also export the sales report by tapping here on the export button that you can see. And lastly, we have the receipt section, and here you'll be able to set up the custom receipts. So here we have a preview receipt, and these receipts can then be used under the agents. We have stores. Under stores, if we are adding a particular store, then we have an option at the end for the receipts, from where we can add a particular receipt or select a receipt for the particular outlet. So to add a receipt, what you need to do is you just need to tap here on the add receipt button, and here we'll be setting up the title, for example test receipt. We'll set it as enable, display store name as enable, display date, display order ID. You can choose to show the order ID label. This is customizable as per your own requirement. Display customer name, display subtotal. What will be the subtotal label? You can set it as per your own requirement, whether you want to show the text label, a display credit amount label, display change amount label, display cashier name label. What will be the cashier name label? Display store address, grand total label, display discount amount, discount label. What will be the discount label? Then you can set up the logo, whether you want to display the logo on the receipt or not. You have to set the logo width, height, and the alt attribute for the logo. And under the header content, you can set the header content, whatever you want to show within the header content of the receipt there. And within the footer, you can enter the footer content as per your own requirement. And after setting this up, you have to tap here on the save receipt button. You can see that the receipt has been saved. If I now go and try and tap here on the preview button, we'll be able to see the preview. So outlet name, email, phone number, header content is header content, date, order ID, cashier name, customer name, right? Product, total quantity, sub quantity, discount, text, grand total, change amount, and footer content. So this is customizable as per your own requirement, and you can assign the particular one to the respective POS outlet as per your own requirement there. And then these created ones would be available here. If you are creating a particular store POS outlet, basically, now you can see the test receipt one is also available here as per the requirement there, right? So yes, that was much about the Laravel eCommerce POS system backend configuration settings, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the workflow there. If you still have any questions, queries, suggestions, or requirements regarding the same, then you can anytime get back to us at support@webcool.com, or you can raise a ticket at webcool.uvdesk.com as well. Apart from that, if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day ahead.